Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host Gary Holden, Assistant AD and Sports Information Director. With me is Brandon Bradley, our Assistant Wrestling Coach. Brandon, welcome.
Good morning, how you doing?
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Brandon.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia. I wrestled at Henrico High School. Then I did my college career at UNC Pembroke, down in North Carolina.
Division II program.
Yeah, Division II program.
Okay, and that's a program we're familiar with because we've seen it in the last couple of years. We've been down to their tournament 2 years in a row and wrestled them two duels
at the Virginia duels, and then we will duel them at home here. So looking to continue that rivalry with them, and this year we'll come out on top.
What's it feel like wrestling against your former school?
It's exciting as a coach because it's like full circle has come around. I trained there, and now I get to coach against them, so it's very humbling for me.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll tell you, we had a couple of great matches with them last year. They knocked us out of they knocked us into the consolation bracket of the Virginia duels, and they went on and won it. And then they came here later on in the year and they beat us by, what, 8, 9 points?
Yeah, maybe a match or two. Yeah. So I think we're right there, and still got to remember, we started 10 freshmen. They had probably 4 seniors on their team, so I think the gap is getting close with any and all teams across the country for us, so we're excited.
That must be exciting for the year. Now, let's talk a little bit about the year coming in. We're at November, we're just about to go into November. It's October 30th right now. You guys have a great schedule again this year. Talk a little bit about your roster to start with and everything. You guys got some pretty promising guys?
We do. I think we have some hammers from top to bottom, from all weights. I think we're probably 3-4 deep at all 10 weights, so we're definitely excited to see who shakes out at the end of this weekend. And then we go next weekend to the Pembroke Classic, and hopefully we'll have probably 4 or 5 champs and 10 placers, so we're just ready to rock and roll.
Now, you're talking about this weekend. We got Wrestle Offs, for example, tonight down at the YMCA, and these will set up your final Wrestle Offs for Saturday night. We're having our black and gold scrimmage here on campus. Talk a little bit about tonight's matches. You got a couple matches you're wrestling down in the YMCA.
So tonight, what will take place is we have 2 mats set up at the YMCA on campus, and then it's kind of like our challenge tournament. So we made brackets and kind of the returners, some returners per weight. They got the bye to the final on Saturday. So now today is all the 2 through 4 guys will wrestle to see if they can make it to Saturday. The finals will determine kind of who will be our starters for upcoming duels.
How many matches do you anticipate you'll have tonight at these wrestlers?
Between 30 to 33.
Wow.
So it's going to be a lot of wrestling. It's going to be a lot of battling. We can't wait to get to 6 o'clock and get it rolling.
Yeah, guys must be pretty hungry.
They are. They had a great preseason. Some guys had a good summer. We had a great spring last year, so we're ready for that whistle blow at 6 o'clock tonight.
That's great. Now, your lightweights. This is pretty rare that I've ever seen. I coached college wrestling for 6 years, and I've never seen the 4 lightest weight classes are your team captains. Talk a little bit about how those guys have emerged as leaders.
I think just them all coming in as freshmen. So somebody had to step up last year and be the alpha dog, be the guys that spoke their mind, even if they didn't know what was going on. So these, like you said, the 4 littlest guys have the biggest voices, the biggest impact right now.
So you got at 125 pounds. Robert Cunningham,
yes.
he wrestled last year. He was a match away from going to the NCAA tournament, lost in the consolation finals.
Didn't escape.
And then you have at 133, Justin Zimmerman. He looked great last year coming in. I know he's pretty excited about the season this year.
He had a great summer and a great fall, so we're expecting big things out of him.
Logan Meister, he's coming in, and he was your returning guy that went to the NCAA tournament last year, placed 3rd at the regionals and everything with a takedown in overtime.
Yes.
And at the NCAA tournament, he secured our first ever win at the NCAA tournament with a takedown and threw a guy to his back. And
he's ready to get on that podium. He has all the tools, so now it's just preparing him to stay healthy for March, and I think he'll be on that podium.
Okay, and then your next weight class, you got Logan Smith. Is in there at 149.
Yes.
He was not a starter last year. He sat behind a couple guys, and I would imagine he's going to fit into the mix of these wrestle-offs this weekend.
He's ready to go. He put in a great summer and spring. He really got strong because he had to grow into this new weight class. He did all the things right. So we're excited to see how he can compete up at a new weight class.
Great. Well, we're excited about seeing what's going to happen. All right. So let's talk a little bit about some of your. We'll come back to the black and gold. We'll wrap up with that. Let's talk a little bit about your season highlights this year. I know you're starting off next weekend at Pembroke Classic. That's a D2 tournament, or it's a tournament at a D2 school that's loaded with D2, D1, and NAIA schools. Talk a little bit about getting the season kicked off there.
I think it'll be a good challenge for us. One of the benefits of not so many Division III schools out here is that when we go to opens, we're wrestling higher divisions and kids we wouldn't see at our regional and national. So it just prepares us and prepares our guys. Our guys are excited to wrestle. other schools, and it'll be a good test for us just to see where we are across the board.
Okay. What's a big benchmark match for you this semester before Christmas break? Anything really big that you're looking at?
I would say obviously we have 2 duels up in Lexington, King College that will wrestle. They're a Division III school, so we're looking to see where we are against another Division III school.
That's the Kings up in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
not the King University down in Bristol, which is like an NAI or something.
Yeah, it's the Kings up in Pennsylvania. They're in our regional, so
Okay.
our guys will get some regional competition right away. I know they have some good guys that we faced at regionals last year, so this will help our seeding going into that regional.
Right. All right, coming back next semester, I know you've got a couple of big tournaments. The Virginia Duels, we're back in again, and I know they call that one the granddaddy of all tournaments because it's like 30-something years old. It's been going for a long time. We're back in there. The Pete Wilson Invitational, talk a little bit about that out in Illinois.
The Pete Wilson is probably the top Division III open tournament, so all Division III schools from across the country come out to it. So last year we took our team out there, and our guys, they really got to see top Division III schools, Midwest wrestling. So we came back and worked on some skills, some techniques, and our guys are excited to go back out there. I think 7 of the top 20 schools in the country will be at this tournament. So it'll be a good test for us to put us on the map and just get us ready to go for regionals, because we'll turn around and have to see those guys right back again in March.
I know some of the guys last year said they took some lumps of that tournament last year, particularly the Midwest style of wrestling. It's so much more hand fighting and so much more aggressive and grinding it out.
It is. It's about winning matches 2-1, winning on riding time, and I think our guys are starting to get that. We do a lot of top bottoms. We do a lot of riding time points now. So our guys are fired up. I can't wait to go back out there and just let our guys go and enjoy the test for them.
Good. We're excited about seeing how you guys are going to do with that one, because that's a big tournament, I know, right there. All right, your regionals this year, have they decided where the regionals are going to be?
They haven't decided. It'll probably be in Pennsylvania somewhere. I know those schools up there are bidding, because most of our regional is up in Pennsylvania. So it's kind of good for us. Our guys get to get out and travel, and just to get your mind prepared for what it takes to make it to the national tournament that day.
And then the NCAA is on this side of the country this year, right? It's in Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Hershey, Pennsylvania, so that's huge for us. We can get a big following, take a bus up there, our fans, our family, support. So, I think all East Coast teams are excited about it. It's always in the Midwest, so, I think it'll be a lot more East Coast love this year.
It seems as though the NCAA tournaments once in a while make a show out in the East. The NCAA Division I tournament was out in Penn State one year, but typically it's out in the Midwest somewhere, Nebraska, Iowa, something, Oklahoma, St. Louis. St. Louis got that big, beautiful center that they have it in and everything, so be excited to see that. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Wrestle Off, the final Wrestle Off on Saturday. This is called the Black and Gold Scrimmage. We're streaming it. Fans can watch it on www.ferrumpanthers.com. And it starts at what time Saturday?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So we'll probably go on the air about 5 minutes of 7, so fans can get a little bit of a earful of what's going on, what's about to happen. Tyler Edgar, one of our former wrestlers, is going to be broadcasting again for us this year. He did a great job last year.
He does a great job. He's very wrestling knowledgeable, so fans, he'll form you on every call, every action, every stall, so we're excited to see it.
Good. And the camera is set up right next to the mat, so be able to get a good view of it and everything. Afterwards, I received this card from Coach Yetzer. Apparently, you guys are having looks like we're going to look at the renovations to the locker room afterwards and do like a little social upstairs.
Yep. So we made, our guys worked really hard this summer. We got new carpet for the locker room. We painted the locker room.
I see that on the picture right there.
We've added some things up to our team room, a new TV upstairs. So after the duel, hopefully fans can stick around a little bit. We'll have a little social and gathering, and then we'll just take them a tour through the facilities.
Great. Well, we're really looking forward to it and everything. Brandon, I appreciate you coming on the show. It looks like we're going to try to do this about every 2 weeks, so it looks as though the next show will probably be on about the 13th of November.
Sounds good. We're excited. We'll have a lot to talk about on it. It's coming from our Wrestle Offs and the Pembroke Classic.
And the Pembroke Classic. So great. Well, listen, congratulations on everything. We'll see you guys at the Wrestle Off on Saturday night, and good luck with Pembroke.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Have a good day.